Let's look at the Unit 1 Common Assessment. Here's an overview, and we'll look at the reading, multiple choice, and writing. So the test consists of 3 parts: reading, multiple choice, and writing. You'll have 2 full classes to take the exam. Day 1, you'll do the reading and multiple choice. Day 2, you'll do the writing and any leftover time for review. You'll take the test on edgeelastic.com, which is a platform you should be familiar with. Let's look at day 1, the reading and multiple choice. You're going to read a dystopian science fiction short story. You'll answer 5 multiple choice questions based on that reading. Because it's fiction, remember, we'll pay attention to the 3 C's. Look for characterization, conflict and resolution, or change. These are big ideas to look for that should guide the notes you write. For characterization, remember, that's how a character develops, their personality traits. Look for slate. What is the character saying? What do they look like? Actions, thoughts, effects on others. These are the things to look for to determine characterization. Here's an example of 2-column notes that I used. Evidence on the left, your words on the right. You see a slate note, and beneath it, a slate change note. These 2 notes capture how a character changed, Jonas specifically. And my theme is based off that character development. The theme is in the bottom box, the universal message. Now here's a quick review on multiple choice strategy. Remember, step 1, reread your margin notes. Use them as a guide. Find the key words from your margin notes and then test all the multiple choice options. So you see, if I were to go back and highlight the main ideas from my note, I might highlight this idea of how Jonas started off naive, became knowledgeable, and began to doubt his community. And that's what guided me to answering that theme question. You see my answer at the top. It's highlighted how learning made him question. The answer to part A is C. Now for part B questions, reminder on those steps. Reread your answer to part A. Identify and highlight the key words from your part A answer, and then test all the options in part B. Now you see I highlighted the words knowledgeable and doubtful in my part A answer. So for part B, I'm looking for any evidence that shows Jonas becoming knowledgeable and doubtful. Now, there's a lot of good options there in that part B question, and they all show him becoming knowledgeable, really, but the only one that shows him becoming doubtful or questioning is B. That's the answer. Let's look at the writing now. That's on day 2. And you will write a paragraph. Remember, a paragraph means 8 to 10 sentences, 2 pieces of evidence, and writing in colors. Pink is your claim. That's your argument, which shows the whole idea for the entire paragraph. Green is your evidence, a detail or example that shows the claim you're trying to prove. And then blue is reasoning, an explanation of your evidence and describing how your evidence supports your claim. You see the example here, that's 8 to 10 sentences. The claim is in pink to start the paragraph, then green, then blue, then another section of green for your second piece of evidence, and finish with blue. What you're looking at right here is the question you are going to have on the common assessment. How does the author use characterization or figurative language to reveal theme in the text? Now that's a tricky question because you get to pick your choice of characterization or figurative language. You'll write on one of those and say how it develops theme. So let's look at that example we discussed in class from The Giver. If I wanted to talk about characterization, how that shows theme, I'd ask myself, how is the character developed? What message is the author trying to send through that character development? Look at my claim in the bottom left. You'll see I'm naming his character development. I'm naming him becoming doubtful. And I'm also naming the theme. All right, what if I wanted to write about how figurative language develops theme? I'd ask myself, Why did the author include that figurative language? What associations do I have with it? And what idea might it represent? Look at my claim in the bottom. You see I'm naming the figurative language, the symbol of red, and I'm also naming the theme it develops. Here's a hint. If you want to go the figurative language route for your own writing, the figurative language you will see on this common assessment is imagery. Look at the definition here on your screen for imagery. That's descriptive language that appeals to any of the five senses, seeing, hearing, smell, taste, touch. So any language that paints a picture for how something looks or sounds, right? Really painting a picture for how something tastes or smells, that's imagery. If you find it, ask yourself, why did the author include it? What idea or message does it develop? Lastly, I want to finish with a reminder to check out the English Basics one-pager on our classwork page. You see where it is right here. It's located right at the top of the additional materials. It's a really helpful resource. Please look at it before the exam to study. If you want to review how to write in colors or how to read fiction texts or figurative language, it's all right there. I'd really encourage you to look at it. Please reach out with any questions. I'd also recommend rewatching this video. It might be helpful. Good luck.